What's going on, YouTube world and YouTube tribe? Well, new and old, I should say. Welcome back to LilBigMan Gaming, bringing you, y'all see that, review for Stargirl Season 2, Episode 1, which is just called Summer School Chapter 1. But you know how I like to do. I like to give y'all a synopsis before I break it down. So it says, with summer break around the corner, Pat suggests the family take a vacation. Bev stumbles upon a major secret her parents have been keeping from her. Rick secretly tracks Solomon Grundy after suspecting he may still be in the area. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that went down, but it's just stuff that I guess it was a slow. The first thing I would say, it was a slow episode. It was a very slow episode. Really didn't pick up. I will say it really didn't pick up steam into Oh man, I want to say it didn't really pick up steam until like maybe you could say towards the middle end. Yeah, it didn't pick up steam towards the middle end. But yeah, so what happens is we kick off like I want to say like a couple. I want to say like a couple months, maybe a couple of months, maybe almost a year later. But it feel like it's more. It was more like a couple of months because they were still talking about their defeat of the evil counterpart to the Justice League. So I want to say this was a couple of months later. Courtney is basically dragging everybody through the mud. You know, everybody's tired. People, they don't know what to do. You know, they want to take a little break because they haven't seen no bad guys since they stopped the evil Justice League, and it's like, or the Injustice League. Yeah. Is it the Injustice League? Or I forgot what they was calling themselves. But yeah, people. I was trying to figure out everybody's name. So people they basically, Yolanda, AKA Wildcat 2. Yolanda and Rick. I guess you call Iron Man 2. Oh, he's called Iron Man 2. And Dr. Midnight 2. Everybody got the 2 at their name. Okay. So, everybody just basically like, can we take a break, please? It's already been this, it's already been that. We haven't seen no villains. Come on, Courtney, let's take a break. Courtney's like, she was like, okay, maybe we could. She said maybe we could dial back the patrol days from 7 to 6, and they just look at her and like, seriously? And they just walk away. They just walk away from her, and she's like, okay, see you guys, such and such, and okay, one of them moments, and then she just look at her staff like, you're not gonna quit on me. And then she stays up all night, to which she get caught by Pat. Pat is like, hey, why are you up all night? And she said she's going through the evil Justice League Society to try to study up on the villains. He's asking her about school, having a normal life, and she should be worried about school. She says she's on top of it. She's balancing out. She's studying, making sure that she's balancing out her schoolwork and being Stargirl. But it's obvious that she's not, because she's so focused on being Stargirl that she can't even see that she probably let some of her. She probably wasn't studying as much as she should have been studying. So we get Yolanda now. She's basically still suffering because the Injustice Society. That's what they was called, the Injustice Society of America. That's what they was called. Brainwave. I was trying to figure out what the name of the villain was, but yeah, Yolanda as you remember from last season, Yolanda killed Brainwave, and now she's suffering from like PTSD from it, like as you will. I don't know if you consider it PTSD, but she's basically traumatized by her killing Brainwave to the point where she's having panic attacks. She thinks he about to pop up. Something's gonna happen. She goes to the church. You know, it shows her going to the church. She doesn't want to. She like wants to talk to. She wants to talk to the priest, but she can't, and she just because you know she can't tell nobody that she's the superhero Wildcat and about what they did without exposing everybody's secret. So we get a little tease too from the Green Lantern the Green Lantern's lantern, and that'll come into a play. I think at the end, I won't reveal what comes into play, but that comes into play at the end of the episode. And of course, you know if you follow Stargirl, you know what it is because it was in the trailer. That was like one of the things that one of the big things from the trailer was that. You know, she was like, "Who are you?" And she's like, well, "I'm so and so's daughter." So you know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm going with this. If you follow Stargirl, yeah, but you know things come to a head where Courtney, she's in school. You know, she's trying to be normal. She's trying to be normal, but all she could talk about is being Stargirl, patrolling this and that and that. She can't let it go for some reason. For some reason, she's clinging to it. But it's so that even Courtney herself got a little bit of a court because she ended up getting into an altercation in school, but she wasn't even but it was like a misunderstanding. I think it was like she was at the lunch table with her friends and she got like a bad vibe, a sad feeling from this particular girl, and this girl got a hockey stick, and they lock eyes, and the girl she goes like this with the hockey stick, and you know Courtney think, oh God, she's getting ready to tap me, so she does like a judo flip on her and flip her onto the ground, and she's like, what are you doing, you meathead? She was like, you was getting ready to tap me with the hockey stick. She said, I was giving it to him. And she realized, and she let the girl up and realized that it was a dude was coming towards her that she didn't see because she was focusing on her so much she didn't see the dude walking up behind her, and she handed the hockey stick to the boy, making her realize that she really wasn't getting attacked, but it's a bird looking at me. I got my patio door open because it's hot, so we get some air in, and it was a bird just sitting there. He was like, what in the hell is this human talking about? But yeah, it's I try to remember that bird. It was funny what that bird just did to me, but I'm trying to pick up back where I was leaving off. Oh yeah, so the Courtney got into the altercation. She get pulled into the office by the new principal. The new principal basically calls Pat and Courtney's mom to the up there to tell them not only about the altercation, but that she's actually not been passing her classes, and she failed, I think, English and history. So she's like, oh man, what? She was like, I was on top of it. I swear I was studying, but she wasn't. Too busy wanting to be Stargirl. Hence why we get the name of the season, which is the reason why it's called Summer School Chapter 1, is because Stargirl got to go to summer school if she wants to continue on to the next grade year, which upsets Pat and her mom because they was looking forward to the camping trip that was going on, but now they can't go on the camping trip that Courtney or her brother really didn't want to go on because they didn't really want to go on that camping trip. There was like the recurring thing within Courtney and her brother was that they both wanted to be heroes. Like he wanted Pat's son wanted him to show him how to use the strike machine, robot that he built, use his robot. He wanted his father to show him how to do that. But, he's trying to tell them, no, why don't y'all just be normal kids, Why did you know? It's okay. You know, you gotta have a balance to it. But you know, everybody just want to be the hero, except for the people. Beth ends up finding out that her parents are going through a rough patch to the point where, unfortunately, Beth stumbled upon the paperwork that said they was taking a huge split. They was going their separate ways, and that deeply hurts Beth to the point where Beth tried to make a romantic dinner to try to see if she could do something to heal it. You know, a classic, you know, divorced people with kids thing. The kids try to fix it, but really can't fix it because it's up to the parents to really fix it. It was like a little sad little moment where she's at the dinner table, she's making dinner, and then time it was like a nice smooth transition, and so that time progressed because she sets the dinner table, she puts something on the table and walks into the other room, and then the camera pans to show that she's sitting there at the chair because time has passed and her parents still haven't showed up, and they realize, and she get a call for the mom, I guess, you know, revealing that the mom is working late, and you know, she's like, well, when you gonna be home? Because I try to cook some dinner. She said, okay, honey, bye, and just clicks. It's just like, and it's like she's basically, because of the divorce, she's being neglected and by her parents. Then she gets Chuck back online, but then something happens with Chuck that drive him home to neglect. So it's just like, oh man, she just going through it. Rick, he's like they said in the synopsis. So this is the part of the story I didn't get. I mean, I get because I watched last season, so I get that he was upset with Solomon Grundy because he found out Solomon Grundy was the one responsible for his parents' death, because Solomon Grundy was ordered, and he realized that Solomon Grundy was like akin to a dumb animal, and that he didn't understand what he was doing or what he did, and that it was Icicle and them who basically made Solomon Grundy do it. So it was like he abandoned his vengeance, and I understand that part. I understand all that. I just don't understand like the need to want to help Solomon Grundy once he realized that Solomon Grundy was in the area. When he stumbles upon, like earlier in the episode, he stumbles upon a footprint making him realize that Solomon Grundy's in the area, and then he goes and leaves food for Solomon Grundy. It's like, I don't understand that part. What makes you? I understand that you forgave him or didn't hold no grudge against him because you realized he was being controlled. But what will make you wanna? I don't know. What will make you wanna still help him though? I still want him. Even though he wasn't his fault, he was being controlled and he was forced to do it. I still want to help him. He killed my parents. Still, you know, I still don't want to have to be involved with him to be reminded. Unless I had the superhero up to go save somebody from him, but I wouldn't have to want to be constantly reminded that this is the person that took my family from me. But I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below about what that's all about. If you understand it, if you follow Stargirl. I think nothing. That was it. I think pretty much without spoiling anything or too much, there some other stuff happened. They still running that story about the original about Starman. So he makes an appearance in this episode, but I ain't gonna get involved in that one because that's for you guys to see. It was a little damn, what's her name? Her name is Cindy, I think. There was a little endings indicating that, yeah, there you go. Just with Cindy, she's basically like the daughter of the Dragon King, and she basically has like that little crystal. What's that crystal called? Eclipso. I think that's the crystal's name. Eclipso is like a person inside a crystal called Eclipso, and basically they trying to make. She pulls out this folder that says the Injustice Unlimited, which I like was a call to, and they called a nod to the Justice League Unlimited cartoon animated series. But yeah, she pulls out this folder. She basically have these photos of people, some of which we met earlier in the episode. Some of the people like the girl that Courtney got into a confrontation with. But yeah, she pulls out the photo, and the last photo she pulls out is what made the cliffhanger a cliffhanger, because she pulls out somebody that's super close to Courtney that she wants to recruit into the Injustice Unlimited. So, with that being said, that's all I got for that. That was pretty much the reviewing of that episode without spoiling too much. If I give this episode anything, I give it 6.5 big ups. I was going to just give it a 6, but I give it 6.5 just because I get it. It's the first episode of the new season. They got a lot of building to do, so the majority of the episode, I say about 80 or I say about 75 to 80% of the episode was basically building up what we're going to see in the episode. That's why I said like it felt like it was slow in the beginning, but it picked up towards the end and make you interested to see where the story goes. But yeah, that's all I got. If you haven't seen Stargirl, I recommend it because it's a good show. You wouldn't think so because it's not on the main timeline, lineup with the not the main timeline, but like. It don't come on with the rest of the shows, but it's still a good show to watch. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check out season 1 and then come back to this episode and this review. If you haven't seen season 1, check out season 1, check out season 2, because it's a good show. And yeah, I'm going to keep watching it and reviewing it. And if you enjoyed this review, hit that button right there in the upper right corner. I think that probably wasn't the upper right corner. I said, yeah, this way. Hit that upper button in the upper right corner for all of my review videos. And if you enjoy this video so much that you want to support the channel, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, become part of the tribe. And if you haven't become part of the tribe, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button so you always get notified when I drop a video. You want to get those notifications, trust me. You don't want to miss anything. And yeah, and as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. Chief is out, but stay tuned. Look out tomorrow, because tomorrow, like I said, I got that review for Marvel's What If.